What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Mahammadrasul Majidov versus Andrey Fedosov, which is going to be a 12-rounder in the heavyweight division. And this fight is going to be Saturday, April 17th, from the Seminole Hard Rock Casino and Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. And this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN. And again, to both fighters, Mahammadrasul Majidov, originally born in Russia, now living, training, and representing Azerbaijan. He holds a record of 3-0 with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked number 94 by BoxRec, and he was an Olympic bronze medalist back in London 2012. And he also had a tremendous amateur career where he won many tournaments. As an amateur, he won against guys like Anthony Joshua, Arislani Savone, and Ivan Daichko, and many other names before. But Majidov, as a pro, he has wins over Ed Fountain, Tom Little, and Servet Delgado, and all of them are via knockout. And I believe he's only gone at most 4 rounds in his career, and I believe that was against Ed Fountain. And that fight was fairly close up until the stoppage. I believe one judge had Fountain ahead, and the other two had Majidov ahead via 1 point. But he's very, very powerful, as he's shown that against Tom Little, Delgado, and even Ed Fountain, because he showed that he has a very powerful right hand. And even in the amateurs, if you get to watch his fights there, he knocks guys' heads off with his brutal uppercuts, as especially against Ivan Daichko, as I was saying before, he knocked him out cold with 1 punch. And again, his opponent's resume, Andrey Fedosov, he is fighting out of Russia. He holds a record of 31 wins, 3 defeats, with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently unranked by BoxRec, being that he hasn't fought since 2018, and that will be about 2.5 years ago, because I believe it was late 2018. But his first defeat came back in 2004. I believe it was against Alexander Milenko, and he lost via unanimous decision. And that's in his first few pro fights, but since then he's bounced back. But his other losses come to Lance Whitaker via split decision. I believe that was a 12-round bout. He also has a knockout loss to Brian Jennings, or I should have said a corner stoppage loss, but that was back in 2013. And his best wins definitely come against Joey DeWaco, which was his last win. He won via wide unanimous decision back in Russia, and he also had a knockout win over Lenroy Thomas, Mario Heredia, and Donovan Dennis. And he is also the winner of ESPN's Boxino tournament, and that was a very good tournament, and I look forward to seeing that sometime again. I hope they could bring that back. But Majidov here in this one, he's definitely not the one with the experience, as Fedosov has 34 professional bouts. But I'm not really too sure about Fedosov's amateur career. I haven't really heard of it at all. I'm not sure if he had over 100 amateur fights or no amateur fights at all. But I know for a fact that Majidov has had well over 100 amateur bouts, as he's won many tournaments, he's beat many guys, and he's already shown experience in the ring as a pro. But Majidov, in my opinion, he's a little slow, and maybe that's because he's 34 years old. It sort of reminds me of a Joe Joyce, because Joe Joyce came into the ring after winning a medal back in Rio, and I believe he was in his 30s, and now he's 12-0 at, I believe, 35 years old, and he's ranked highly by BoxRec and many other people's heavyweight rankings. But Majidov, he's 3-0, he's 34 years old, and he needs to progress fast, as this is the perfect fight for him. He's fighting a very, very good fighter, as if he wins this fight, in my opinion, he's top 25 if he wins this fight, because Fedosov was arguably top 25, top 30 around there before his inactivity back in 2018. And Fedosov, he could be a huge threat here, as in my opinion, this is a 50-50 fight right now, because Majidov really hasn't been tested and thrown into deep waters yet, being that this is a 12-rounder, and Fedosov has gone 10 rounds and 12 rounds before, so I don't think his gas tank is going to be compromised here. But Majidov's might, because he's only gone at most 3.5 to 4 rounds as a pro. But as an amateur, you got to remember, those are only 3-round bouts, and World Boxing Super Series bouts, or World Series of Boxing bouts, are about 5. So his gas tank might be a problem here, and his chin hasn't been tested at all. So who knows, if Fedosov hits him with one of his trademark short chopping hooks, he could get knocked out. And the same could happen for Fedosov. He hasn't been in the ring for a while, and Majidov could just come in there and easily spark him out. So that's why this fight's going to be so close. You just don't know what's going to happen, as Majidov hasn't been tested, and Fedosov hasn't been in the ring for such a long time. I'm not sure if this is going to be an eliminator for anything, because it is a 12-rounder, but I'm very, very excited for it, because it should be a very good heavyweight clash. And these are the fights we like to see, a 50-50 matchup between 2 contenders. And I believe that Majidov might get the edge in this one, just based off of the fact that he's had so much experience as an amateur, and he might have seen many guys that fought like Fedosov before. And you got to remember, Majidov does have the height and reach advantage, so if he wants to, he could box or brawl with Fedosov. But if I were Majidov, I would box with him, keep the jab out there, land his right hand from afar, and keep him off him and win a comfortable decision. But as of now, I believe that Fedosov will be able to get on the inside and land his short hooks to the head and to the body, which might be a problem. But I still have Mahammadrasul Majidov winning via close unanimous decision or majority decision. So overall, I think Mahammadrasul Majidov will win this fight via close unanimous or majority decision to get his 4th professional victory. And again, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.